Wow! Your soulmate is arriving. This surprise reunion will change everything. Open before tonight, my beloved child. Stop. Take a deep breath, and feel this. Something extraordinary has been quietly moving in the unseen currents of your life, a hidden message from the universe, just for you. You may not have noticed it yet, but your soul has been whispering truths, guiding you toward a moment that was always destined. Right now, the cosmos is aligning in a way that feels almost magical, and what I am about to reveal could shift everything you thought you knew about love, timing, and your purpose. You see, the universe often hides its most precious gifts in plain sight. You may have felt a longing, a quiet pull in your heart, or a sudden surge of hope without knowing why. That is the universe speaking, preparing you for a divine encounter that will illuminate your path. And today, this hidden truth is ready to be revealed. Wow! Your soulmate is arriving. This surprise reunion will change everything. Open before tonight, yes. Right now, the energies of destiny are swirling around you, orchestrating every detail with a precision only the divine could manifest. This isn't coincidence, it is timing so perfect it feels like the universe itself is breathing life into your story. Someone who has always been a part of your soul's journey is stepping closer, drawn by invisible threads of connection and love that no distance, no time, and no circumstance could ever sever. You may have felt moments of doubt or wonder if love, in its purest form, could truly find you. But this revelation is here to remind you that you are exactly where you are meant to be, that everything you've experienced has prepared you for this divine alignment. The hidden forces at work are awakening your heart, your intuition, and your readiness to receive love in a way that transforms not just your relationships, but the very essence of your being. So pause, reflect, and open yourself to the invisible hand of destiny. Feel the hope stirring deep within you, the clarity whispering that your story is unfolding exactly as it was meant to. There is a sacred reunion approaching, an encounter that will awaken joy, release old fears, and illuminate the path to the life you've always dreamed of. This is not just a moment, it is a divine calling to embrace the love and connection you deserve, guided by the universe itself. If your heart is open and your soul is ready, watch closely. Let yourself be carried by the message the cosmos has sent for you. Witness the miracle, and feel the truth of this hidden revelation enter your life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and stay with us to watch the complete video, because the universe has more to reveal, and every moment matters. Your destiny is waiting. And the journey is just beginning. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. Beloved child, listen closely, for I am speaking to you now in the quiet place where your breath meets hope. I have watched you walk through seasons where your smile stayed strong while your heart learned patience the hard way. I have seen you ask questions you never spoke out loud, and I have heard the prayers you whispered when you thought no one was listening. Know this first, nothing about your journey has been wasted. Every delay, every pause, every unanswered moment has been shaping a doorway, and tonight that doorway begins to open. Do not rush your understanding, let the words settle like light on still water, because what I reveal now is meant to awaken remembrance, not fear. There is a meeting written into your life that carries the energy of recognition, not coincidence. This is not about chasing, proving, or forcing anything into place. It is about alignment. When two souls are prepared, they do not collide, they arrive. You have felt the stirring already, a gentle restlessness, a sense that something is shifting beneath the ordinary rhythm of your days. That is not imagination. That is preparation. I have been arranging details you could not see, softening timelines, and guiding hearts through lessons so they would know how to stay when the moment finally comes. You have wondered why connections in the past felt close yet incomplete, why something always seemed just slightly out of reach. I tell you now, those were not failures, they were teachers. Each one showed you a boundary you needed, a truth you deserved, a strength you had not yet claimed. You were learning how to love without losing yourself, how to listen without shrinking, how to hope without abandoning wisdom. The reunion that approaches does not ask you to become smaller or louder, it meets you exactly as you are becoming. This message comes with suspense because anticipation sharpens awareness. I want you awake to the signs, calm in your body, and open in your spirit. The surprise is not chaos, it is timing. You may meet this soul in a familiar place, or through an unexpected turn, or during a moment that seems ordinary until it suddenly isn't. Recognition will not be dramatic like thunder, it will be quiet and certain, like remembering a song you never forgot. You will feel safe before you feel excited. You will feel understood before you feel swept away. Do not confuse intensity with truth. What arrives now carries steadiness, warmth, and clarity. This connection will not rush you or test your worth. It will invite you. It will ask you to be present, not perfect. I am not sending someone to complete you, because you are already whole. I am sending someone to walk with you, to reflect the growth you have earned, and to remind you how powerful gentle love can be. You have carried resilience like armor for a long time. I see how strong you became because you had to be. But hear me, you no longer need to brace yourself for disappointment. The season ahead teaches you how to receive without suspicion, how to trust without surrendering discernment. This reunion does not erase your past, it redeems it. The patience you practice becomes peace. The lessons you learned become language. The hope you protected becomes shared ground. Pay attention to the small nudges over the next moments, an urge to reach out, a delay that redirects you, a conversation that lingers in your thoughts. These are not accidents. They are gentle signals, breadcrumbs of alignment. I do not shout over your life, I guide within it. When you slow down, you will notice how naturally things begin to flow. When you stop forcing outcomes, doors will open without resistance. I know you have asked whether you waited too long or missed your chance. Let that question rest. Nothing meant for you can pass you by when you are becoming who you need to be to receive it. Timing is not punishment, it is protection. Had this reunion happened earlier, it would have met you before you knew your own value. Now, you stand differently. You listen differently. You love differently. And so does the one approaching. This connection carries purpose beyond romance. It mirrors healing, companionship, laughter, and growth. It encourages honesty without fear and vulnerability without loss. Together, you will learn how to build, not rescue, how to choose, not cling, how to celebrate individuality while creating unity. This is not a story of dramatic highs and lows, it is a story of depth, consistency, and shared becoming. As tonight approaches, release the need to control how this unfolds. Curiosity is welcome. Anxiety is not required. Breathe. Trust that what I have prepared is gentle, not overwhelming. You will not need to chase signs or decode every moment. What is real will feel simple, even when it is profound. What is aligned will not ask you to abandon yourself to be loved. I speak to you directly because you are ready to hear without fear. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are standing at the edge of a chapter that feels both new and familiar, like coming home after a long journey and realizing you carried the key all along. Let your heart stay open, your expectations soft, and your awareness sharp. There is beauty in what is forming, and it honors the effort you have put into becoming whole. Remember this, love that arrives by divine timing brings peace first, excitement second. It grounds before it lifts. It listens before it speaks. When you encounter this soul, you will notice how conversation flows without performance, how silence feels comfortable, how mutual respect becomes the foundation rather than the reward. This is how you will know, I am with you in this unfolding. I have not rushed you, and I will not abandon you at the threshold. Trust the pace. Trust the process. Trust yourself. What is approaching does not demand you change who you are, it recognizes who you have become, and as this reunion draws closer, you may feel a quiet certainty replacing old doubts. A warmth where uncertainty once lived, a sense of readiness that does not shout but steadily grows, because the next moment, the next meeting, the next gentle turn of fate is already moving toward you, and when it arrives you will understand why every step before this one had to happen exactly as it did, because this connection, this recognition, this shared beginning is meant to unfold with care, with patience, with reverence, and with a depth that continues to reveal itself layer by layer as you step forward into the moment that has been waiting for you, as I now invite you to stay present, stay open, and keep listening, because there is more I need to tell you, and the next truth begins where your breath meets faith. And where your heart pauses just long enough to feel that something extraordinary is about to begin, and as you hold that feeling, allow it to guide you into the next unfolding message that I will continue to share when you are ready, because this is not the end, this is only the beginning of what I am revealing to you, and the story continues as soon as you allow me to go on, beloved, as I continue. Let your attention soften rather than strain. Revelation is not seized, it is received. I speak now to the deeper chambers of your awareness, the place where intuition rests quietly until it is invited forward. You have been sensing a shift not only around you but within you, a subtle reordering of priorities. A gentler way of speaking to yourself, a clearer understanding of what you will no longer accept. This inner change is not random. It is the final alignment before recognition. When two souls are meant to cross paths again, the preparation happens first on the inside, where no one applauds, where no one notices but me. There are memories resurfacing for a reason. Old feelings, familiar themes, even dreams that seem to circle the same emotions, these are not pulling you backward. They are closing loops. Nothing unfinished can accompany you into what is coming. That is why I have been asking you, quietly and patiently, to forgive what you never received, to release what never stayed, and to thank what taught you endurance. Completion brings peace, and peace makes room. The reunion approaching requires space, not cluttered by old wounds or expectations shaped by disappointment. Understand this clearly. This connection will not arrive to rescue you from loneliness. It comes to meet you in wholeness. You are not being rewarded for suffering, you are being met because you learned. You learned when to speak and when to walk away. You learned that love without respect is not love. You learned that consistency matters more than promises. These truths now live inside you, steady and calm, and they will resonate instantly with the one who approaches. That resonance is the signal you will recognize. You may wonder why the path leading here felt so long, why silence stretched where answers were expected. I tell you now, the waiting was never empty. While you were building patience, the other soul was learning presence. While you were learning boundaries, the other was learning accountability. While you were learning to trust your intuition, the other was learning how to listen. Two journeys running parallel, never intersecting too soon, never drifting too far apart. This is how balance is created, without force, without haste. Do not look for fireworks to confirm what is real. What comes next feels grounded, reassuring, and sincere. It will feel like relief before excitement. Like exhale before laughter. The world may not stop when you meet, but something inside you will. The constant scanning, the questioning, the wondering when, it will quiet. In its place will be a sense of here, not because everything is perfect, but because it is honest. That honesty will feel sacred to you, because you have lived without it for too long. I am asking you now to stay present in your days. Do not rush ahead mentally, trying to predict the shape of what is forming. Anticipation can become tension if you grip it too tightly. Instead, move gently. Speak kindly. Choose rest when your body asks for it. These are not distractions, they are signals of readiness. When you honor yourself, you amplify the alignment that draws this reunion closer. You may notice a sudden clarity about what you desire, not in fantasy, but in values. How you want to be spoken to. How you want conflict to be handled. How you want to grow together rather than apart. This clarity is not making you demanding, it is making you available to the right experience. You are no longer negotiating your worth, and because of that, what approaches does not come to test it. There will be moments of doubt as the timing nears. That is natural. The mind often questions what the heart already knows. When doubt arises, do not fight it, observe it. Let it pass like a cloud. I am not asking you to believe blindly. I am asking you to trust gently. Trust that the same guidance that carried you through confusion is still active now, perhaps even more clearly than before. This reunion holds layers that will unfold over time. Not everything will be revealed at once, and that is intentional. Depth grows through discovery, not overwhelm. Each conversation will peel back another layer of understanding. Each shared experience will confirm what words cannot. This is not about instant certainty, it is about steady knowing. A knowing that strengthens rather than fades. You will recognize how different this feels from past connections. There will be less urgency, less fear of loss, less need to prove. Instead, there will be curiosity, respect, and a shared willingness to learn. Disagreements will not feel threatening, they will feel navigable. Silence will not feel heavy, it will feel companionable. Growth will not feel lonely, it will feel supported. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not being tested anymore. You are being invited. Invited to show up as you are, without armor, without performance, without shrinking. Invited to experience love that feels like partnership rather than pursuit. Invited to rest in mutual care rather than constant effort. This invitation does not expire tonight, but tonight marks the moment you become aware that it is real. Pay attention to what brings calm into your body. That calm is a compass. When you follow it, you move closer to what is meant for you. When you ignore it, you feel friction. The reunion ahead follows the calm path. It does not arrive through chaos or confusion. It arrives through alignment, through moments that feel right even if they surprise you. You may feel drawn to release habits, thoughts, or routines that once felt protective but now feel heavy. Let them go without guilt. You are not losing anything valuable. You are making room. Every release is an act of trust, and trust is the language of what is coming. The more space you create internally, the more naturally this connection will step into your life. I have watched you grow in ways you did not celebrate enough. I have seen you choose kindness when bitterness would have been easier. I have seen you hope again after disappointment tried to harden you. These choices matter. They shape the energy you carry, and that energy is recognizable to the one approaching. They will feel it before they understand it. That familiarity will feel safe, not overwhelming. As this unfolds, resist the urge to compare. Your story does not need validation from anyone else's timeline. Comparison steals presence, and presence is where this meeting happens. Stay here. Stay now. Let life meet you where you are rather than where you think you should be. There is more unfolding than you can currently see, and that is not meant to make you anxious. It is meant to remind you that mystery can be gentle. Not all unknowns carry danger. Some carry gifts. Some carry answers that reveal themselves only when you are ready to receive them without fear. I am continuing to guide you through subtle impressions, quiet nudges, and moments of clarity that arrive unexpectedly. Trust those moments. They are not coincidence, they are communication. You do not need to interpret everything perfectly. Simply notice. Simply remain open. That openness is enough. As I speak, the threads are already moving closer together. Circumstances are aligning. Choices are being influenced. Paths are narrowing toward one another in ways that honor free will and mutual readiness. Nothing is being forced. Everything is being allowed. Hold this truth gently. What is meant for you recognizes you too. You are not the only one being prepared. You are not the only one sensing change. Somewhere, the other soul is also feeling a quiet shift, a readiness they cannot fully explain, a sense that something meaningful is near. Do not rush to conclusions. Let the story unfold. Let each moment reveal itself without demanding the next. This is how you stay present for the miracle rather than racing past it. I will continue to speak as long as you are willing to listen. This message is not finished, because the unfolding is not finished. There are still layers to reveal, assurances to give, and truths to remind you of as you step closer to what has been patiently forming. Stay with me. Keep your heart open, your mind calm, and your spirit receptive, because what comes next builds upon what I have already shared, and the next words will meet you exactly where you are, as this message continues, and continues, and continues, without closing, without ending, because the revelation is still in motion, and I am not done speaking to you yet, beloved, as I bring this message toward its completion. Receive these final words with the same openness you have carried through every line. What I have spoken is not meant to overwhelm you, but to steady you. Revelation is gentle when it is true. I am not stirring your heart to make you restless, I am calming it so you can recognize what arrives without fear. Everything I have shared is rooted in care, patience, and the deep respect I hold for your journey. There is something important I want you to understand now, clearly, and without mystery. The reunion you are moving toward does not erase your individuality. It does not replace your purpose or overshadow your voice. Instead, it honors who you are becoming. This is a meeting where two paths walk alongside each other, not on top of one another. You will not be asked to abandon your dreams, your values, or your growth. You will be encouraged to continue them, together. In ways that feel supportive rather than demanding, you have learned, perhaps quietly, that love is not meant to be exhausting. You no longer confuse intensity with depth or sacrifice with devotion. That wisdom is your protection. Because of it, what comes next will feel balanced. You will notice how effort is shared, how listening goes both ways, how care is expressed consistently rather than promised dramatically. These are the signs you once wished for. Now they arrive naturally, without you needing to ask. I know part of you still wonders if peace can truly coexist with passion, if stability can still feel exciting. Let that doubt rest. What is coming does not dull your light, it steadies it so it can shine longer. There is joy ahead that feels calm rather than chaotic, laughter that comes easily, and moments of connection that feel nourishing rather than draining. This is how you will know you are no longer surviving love, but living it. As you move forward, you may notice your intuition becoming clearer. Trust that clarity. You do not need to second-guess yourself the way you once did. You have earned discernment through experience. When something feels aligned, allow yourself to accept it without searching for hidden costs. Not every gift carries a lesson of pain. Some arrive simply because you are ready. There will be growth, yes, but it will be shared growth. Conversations that stretch you will not diminish you. Challenges will invite cooperation rather than conflict. You will learn how to navigate differences with respect, how to speak honestly without fear of abandonment, how to listen without preparing your defense. These are the quiet miracles of mature connection, and they will feel deeply fulfilling to you. Remember to stay present. The mind likes to rush ahead, imagining outcomes, testing possibilities, protecting against what might go wrong. Gently bring it back. This season is not asking you to predict the future, it is asking you to participate in the present. When you are here, fully here, you will notice how naturally things align. I want you to release the belief that good things must be earned through suffering. You have already done the work. You have already learned the lessons. You have already grown through what tried to break you. What comes now is not a test, it is a reflection. A reflection of the care you learned to give yourself, the boundaries you learned to honor, and the hope you chose to keep alive. You are not late. You are not early. You are on time in a way that serves you. Timing is not about the clock, it is about readiness. And you are ready, not because you are perfect, but because you are honest, aware, and open. That openness is your strength. It allows love to enter without resistance. As this chapter begins, let gratitude guide you. Gratitude for what taught you. Gratitude for what protected you by leaving. Gratitude for what stayed long enough to shape you. Gratitude keeps your heart soft without making it vulnerable to harm. It keeps you receptive without making you naive. It anchors you in abundance rather than fear. There may be moments when the old habits try to return, overthinking, guarding too tightly, questioning what feels good. When that happens, pause. Breathe. Remind yourself that you are safe to experience something new. Growth does not mean never feeling fear, it means not letting fear decide for you. I have been with you through every step of your becoming, even when you felt alone. I was present in the silence, in the unanswered questions. In the waiting that stretched longer than you wanted. None of it was wasted. Every moment shaped the capacity you now have to receive something real. What arrives next does not need to be announced loudly. It does not need to prove itself immediately. It will unfold steadily, respectfully, and with care. Allow it to. Let trust grow at its natural pace. Let understanding deepen over time. Rushed things crack, patient things strengthen. You are allowed to enjoy this. You are allowed to feel hopeful without bracing for disappointment. You are allowed to believe that something good can meet you without cost. These permissions are not naive, they are earned, as I conclude this message. Carry this truth with you: you are deeply known, deeply guided, and never overlooked. The love approaching your life recognizes you because you have learned to recognize yourself. That is the true preparation. That is the real miracle. Walk forward calmly. Stay open. Stay grounded. Let life meet you gently. I am with you in the unfolding, in the recognition, and in the quiet joy that follows. This message now rests with you, complete, whole, and sealed in reassurance, as you step into what has been patiently, lovingly, and purposefully prepared for you. Amen.